Alright, chat. Let's frickin' do it, dude. Let's frickin' do this trade recap, dude. Oh, are we gonna be able to see my ES? Shit, dude. Alright, I guess that works. Okay, let's do it. We didn't take a trade just because we were looking, and there was a trade to take, but it was against bias, and it would have worked, right? But I just wanted to watch it because it was against bias. So, cat. I'll explain it. So overall, we were bearish on the high time frames. We were bearish because it had just swept this liquidity here, reacted, but not reacted well, and still coming bearish. So on the high time frames, bearish, scaling down, bearish. It was coming bearish here, and it was like, and it touched this point of liquidity, swept it, and then it swept it with really poor price action, as you can see. Like, look, bang, chop, chop, chop. And the only good price action was, for this sweep, was when price actually moved away from the sweep after sweeping and created a fair value gap. See, this was the position, because it breaks structure here on this 810 candle. So here, wait, no, here, that's when that bullish breaker structure occurs, and then it retraces into a 1 minute, which of course could have been longed. Right, so there was that, but we were bearish, so we didn't take that. We saw it, we saw that shit, didn't take it, but we could have taken it because I was saying to my bro, like, for price to come bearish during this session, it has to either come above to make another point of liquidity to be reswept like it did, or it has to sweep this above here, which means it will have to come very bullish for that to occur, right? Yes, please. So it needs that to, so it needed to come bullish, either to create intra-session liquidity to be swept, which is what I said is more likely to create intra-session liquidity to be swept, which happens. Then there's a little divergence, so that's why we didn't take that bullish move, but we could have, because, and I guess because we know it needs to come bullish for a certain amount of time, and it does. It taps this order block well, even scaling down to the 1 minute. Nah, it doesn't tap the 1 minute, but it taps the 5 minute order block well. And then, yeah. And then it had shitty price action. But also, it's kind of good when it does this, because when it does have that little burst of good price action, if that little burst of good price action is used when the sweep occurs to move away and create a fair value gap, it shows that that imbalance will potentially be filled, because it's the only imbalance. It's the only imbalance created, because everything else is shitty price action wicking everywhere. And as we can see, it worked. So, but then we were like, okay, that's fine. We'll come bearish. And so we get it. We get the sweep, we get the divergence, we get breaker structure really late. Like, really late. Like here. Here. I'm fucking yawning all the time. Holy shit. We get it here, right? Same on ES. That's where we get the breaker structure bearish on the 35 candle. And there's no 5 minute fair value gaps at all. And the 1 minute fair value gap is all the way up here. And we want the furthest fair value gap to be filled, right? So, fuck, what candle did I say it was? 35, so 39 minute. So from here, look for retracements. We get a little retracement, and on ES it actually comes and taps into this 1 minute fair value gap. But even in the 1 minute, it doesn't get to the halfway of the 1 minute. If it did get to the halfway, we would have been in short, and it would have been nice because like it's bearish for this session, right? We had bias correct, of course, so it would have been bearish. It's just didn't really get that entry, I guess. Like, just a bit annoying, eh? Like, shit ran well. Like, when you have bias right, it works really nicely in London. But we could have taken this long up because, but this is the thing, we don't like trading against bias, but I've seen this occur a lot of times before. I guess when you have all that information of, when it is like a specific situation like this, where price needs to create liquidity far away from where it is right now, create liquidity at a price far away from where it is right now. So here, it needs to create liquidity far away or sweep liquidity far away, in this instance up here, or create some up here. Then I can look for a position, especially because it's a sweep. I mean, only because it's a sweep. You wouldn't just fucking get in bullish for no reason. But yeah, you get the sweep, break a structure, 1 minute for value gap. It's pretty fucking textbook, but just not with the buys. And the price action is shit. But once it actually opens on session, it's better. And when it does this, that's normally a good time for sexiness. Like, especially on both pairs, that's just, oh, that's really nice. So yeah, good lesson for next time. If we know price has to move to somewhere, and it's very probable to do that, and we're coming up to a sweep in the opposite direction, then we can rock with that shit to get in a position to get price to where it needs to be to get in the full position for the session. But yeah, I guess also if just the market was a little bit better, we would have just been in short off of this. Or if we had a 5 minute fair value gap, anything. Like, I know there's this 5 minute fair value gap in here, but it's like, man, that's chopped. And then, I don't, nah. So yeah, that's that. No trade, which is a bit annoying because I want to take some fucking trades because I haven't been taking any recently. But I'm dialed, like I'm ready for this shit. Feeling good, like yeah. The strat's all dialed in, just got to be locked for the session. The way I'm going to make a lot of money from trading, and it's going to be my cash cow and whatnot, and how I'm going to be the best at it in Australia, in the fucking world, best futures trader like this, is treating it as a job. I work during the day, hit the gym, come back, dial in for this shit. And we were pretty dialed, we saw everything, it's just today just wasn't on. That's fine. It's all good. But it could have been on. Good learning. That's good learning. But yeah, that's it for today. Good learning. Good shit.